In order to get good at video games, there are 3 steps that you have to get really good at. So without further ado, let's get started. Memory is the most important one. It allows you to think, this worked in my fight against this one dude, so maybe it will work against another guy. When you have good memory, it grants you the ability to use stuff that has worked for you before and repeat that stuff. After all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Until the third step. Step 2, problem solving. Now, problem solving is the core mechanic of any of these types of video games. You strategize to find all the right ways to get a hit on your opponent. If a strategy works, you continue using that strategy and you add it to your memory or your instinct. If that strategy doesn't work, you learn from your mistake and make sure to not implement it anymore. When you play/practice the game a lot and keep on finding solutions to beat your opponents, you are finding what works and what doesn't work. After doing this enough times, you will practically become a pro at it. Of course, the speed to which you master a video game depends on how fast and efficient your problem solving is, which, if you want to get really technical, would be your IQ. And last but not least is your playstyle. You see, when using memory and problem solving, you're creating a certain playing style. You're combining things that have worked well for you and going off of that. This could mean different things and strategies and stuff like that, but it usually means that if you keep on doing things the same way, your opponent will most likely figure out your playing style. This is bad because it can mean that your opponent can now predict and dodge out of the way of all of your attacks. This is why you have to formulate different playing styles. It could be whatever works for you. Maybe you can be a runner and trick your opponent into walking into your combos when they chase after you. Maybe you could actually scrap with your opponent mano a mano, like without using combos. And maybe you could spam a certain move such as the stomp ability. It doesn't matter, as long as all these different playing styles work and as long as you switch between them every once in a while. Anyways, here are some extra tips. Remember that if a game has a rigged aspect, such as the super overpowered characters in ProjectSmash, you should stay away from them and practice these techniques on a more vulnerable character. Try avoiding these OP characters until you've formulated a way to beat them. And by the way, here are my tips for problem solving. Problem solving steps example. The opponent keeps on intercepting my moves whenever I use the tie slicer on with the Kraken character. The root cause might be because I'm using this move that is highly predictable and blockable, so the opponent is using that information and using it to interrupt my move to continue his combo. A solution to this issue might be to stomp on the opponent instead of actually using that move, aka a fake out. Maybe just blocking and uppercutting will work best. Okay, since I'm a genius and my problem solving always works, that actually seemed to give me an edge when fighting that opponent. Since I have been so successful with this solution, I should add it to my memory/instinct and continue to master more problems. And this is the straightforward way to solve problems. That was just an example. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching up to this point, and peace.